What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Alternate Take. I am Robin Fierce, your lovely 12th alternate from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15.
And I am Drew Friday, your boyfriend's beautiful dream and your girlfriend's reason to kiss a girl.
And we are excited to get into this next episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, pausing the episode for one reason and one reason only. Yes, I am about to give my unsolicited opinion with my hair looking frizzy as hell. So before y'all come up in the comments telling me I need to straighten this wig, bitch, I know. I know. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Cheers, sister.
Cheers, sister.
To another episode of The Alternate Take.
I'm gonna have to get you a mug made, child. I'm gonna have to get you a mug made
that says Alternate Take,
some crystals, with some crystals and some jewels on it, and see if
some glass. A little jewel sparkles, all around the mug,
because you know how you like to.
Wait, this drink is good.
What are you drinking tonight, sister? What's your drink of choice?
Tonight I am drinking. I guess it's kind of like a whiskey mule. It's Beyonce's whiskey with ginger beer in it, and it's really hitting.
Girl, you are choosing violence. I heard that Beyonce whiskey it leaves you fizzling in your juices and ready for a man to apply your oath. Sign me up.
Bitch, it's about to be lit on this episode of The Alternate Take. Okay.
Well, girl, I am drinking just a cute little. I think that's the double XO, whatever. Some wine, child. Some wine that was
in the icebox
chilling. Mm-hmm.
Bitch, you about to fall asleep.
No, I'm not. Because you know, I also before we got on, in certain parts of where we're watched, it is legal. I am on the devil's lettuce, so you know we're good to go.
Sister Green.
Sister Green.
I don't know if that's actually what anybody calls it, but for any church bitches out there that want to disguise the fact that they smoke, you know, I just saw Sister Green the other day, girl. Ooh, she did me so right.
That makes sense. I might have to start saying that over the mic to my
Sister
Christian
Green.
Because you know I'm a Christian woman. I'm the first lady in the household of the Lord.
Okay.
Me and Sister Green, we see each other. We fellowship all the time. We fellowship a lot.
Yeah, me and Sister Green, we don't see eye to eye. Me and Sister Green maybe see each other maybe 3 to 5 times a year. This year, me and Sister Green have not seen each other yet. I haven't seen that bitch since last year.
So you and Sister Green like Nene and Candy. Y'all see each other.
We see each other. We don't hate each other anymore, but we're not friends. We're not friends.
Okay, you're amicable.
We're amicable. We can sit at the housewives' table without throwing words around recklessly anymore.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you guys are Garcelle and Dorit currently. Got you.
Yeah.
You're not, okay, so you are caught up.
Exactly.
Okay,
I'm,
exactly.
Oh, baby, I am caught up on the housewives. We are Garcelle, and she is Dorit. Ooh, bitch, this...
See, she gets you fizzling your juices.
Next season,
if y'all want us to do a housewife review, let us know. Say it in the comments.
We definitely have to.
Let's dive into this week's review. Last week we ended off with a not so lucky contestant going home. We miss you, Lucky. We love you, down.
These transitions are wild. No, that was a good one though. But you did not have to do Lucky like that, girl.
I'm so sorry. It came off the dome, so I just had to do it.
That was a good one though. Yeah, Miss Lucky wasn't so lucky, girl.
She wasn't. Miss Joella predicted it, and she said to her as she grabbed that young lady's hands, I'm confident that I will be here next week. And she is.
Look,
she comes in.
Was she confident that she will be here this week? Maybe not, but we'll get to it.
But we'll get to that. She comes in and Joella is feeling a way towards all of the girls and whatnot because all of the girls were sad and crying that Lucky was going home. And Joella she was just confused and confuddled because she was standing on the other end of the dressing room looking at everybody and wondering why.
Bitch, she said, why is everybody crying? Another iconic Joella quote, bitch. When the girls are being over emotional, why is everyone crying?
Bitch. She looked around very confuddled. Like, it gave very much Miranda from off of Devil Wears Prada. Why is no one ready?
Why is no one ready? Bitch, wait. Bitch, I remember there was Runway. We were all lit at this point, but we kept going on. Why is no one ready?
That is my favorite quote from that movie. Why is no one ready? You had all day to
my
prepare.
favorite quote is, please move at a glacial pace. You know how that
thrills me.
That is my favorite quote from there.
I use those
people be moving slow.
And I don't be understanding.
But again, this is a Drag Race review, so we're going to move back to Drag
continue.
Race.
Joella was so confused and so confuddled as to why everyone was crying and why everyone had very nice things to say about Lucky and why no one was rallying behind her and what she needed and pouring into the icon of LA.
I mean, I think she got a congratulations at least once within there. But also, you have to understand, Lucky has a very compelling story. Lucky has lived a life. So even if the other girls didn't want her to win Drag Race, because of course you want to win Drag Race yourself, like, there is a reason for you to be here, and you want to make sure you stay as long as possible so that the fans love you, the people love you, and you get more bookings. That's the name of the game. So of course the girls are going to feel sad that now she has to go back to her living environment that is kind of, I mean, according to her, a little unstable, and you don't know what's going to happen when the season comes out. So one, I'm sure the girls live for her, but also, like, they had her best interest in mind going forward.
That they did. Mm-hmm. However, one girl to me did not have her best interest at heart. She cried even though she wanted to pat herself on the back for winning this week's challenge.
Girl. You know, maybe I'm just a hater, but Miss Sam Star is rubbing me in a way, girl.
I have no comment because I just feel, at that moment, I felt like Miss Joella, Ella AA. Why is everyone crying? Girl, you won! Shut up! Yeah. Was it deserving?
What Joella say? Not even any words. Moving into that challenge, I definitely can see in Ariette's face. Like, I'm not going to speak on this right now because I'm feeling a little emotional because my boo just got eliminated. But you won the challenge. I guess it is what it is. But, bitch, you know she wanted to drag her. And deservedly so.
Deservingly so, because my man went home and I didn't win this challenge when I should have. This is crazy.
Really quick, going back to the mirror message, would you feel a way for you personally if you won the lip sync, you're safe to slay another day in the words of RuPaul, and everybody's like not necessarily siding with you, but seems to be more upset that the bitch that you won against got the boot?
No, I wouldn't feel no type of way because that girl got the boot and I'm still here. I did my confessionals like, everybody crying and she went home. I mean,
it is what it is. Somebody had to.
I'd have been sitting in my confessional with a bag of popcorn like, still pretty.
Somebody had to go home. It might as well have been you.
Might as well have been her. I am so sorry to that woman. That woman could walk up against me up on the street and I wouldn't know who she is. So sorry to that woman. That kind of, that scene, watching it just made me go, what are we sitting here for? I felt like Joella. Why is no one ready?
You would have been Corey King. I felt like Joella. You would have been Corey King. All right, let's get out of drag.
Let's get out of drag.
It seems to be the theme of the episodes that she is the one that commands the girls. All right, bitches. I'm sick of sitting here. Let's go.
We've been sitting here for hours. I'm drunk. I gotta pee. They've been deliberating. Girls had to learn their words. Let's get out of this.
Yeah.
And go back to the hotel because where's craft services? I'm hungry.
Craft services, honestly, probably had packed up and left by then at that point. So they weren't even.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you think craft services stays there all day? No.
Y'all don't have craft services all day?
No, girl. They come in for breakfast, and then they come in for a decent lunch, and they might have a little bits and pieces of stuff through the day. But by that time, girl, it's night. They have gone home, on to their families, gone to grab a drink at the bar or something. They said, "See you later, JoJo. See you later." And
so
you are
I know
not...
you was hungry.
Mm-hmm. Bitch. When I tell you I hid snacks in my section, bitch. Because, I mean, they did have snacks readily available, but they don't want you leaving the set that often. So, literally, I would grab some snacks at the beginning of the day, put them in my little section. So I had some little granolas, I had some chips, I had little mandarins and stuff in my little drawer.
Mandarins?
Maybe. Yes. The little
cuties? The little
cuties.
Baby, I don't need nobody's little cutie. Where is the meat?
Look, nowhere to be found. I will take what I can get when I can get it, okay? So yeah, you weren't eating until later.
I would be hangry. I would be so hangry. That's why y'all was so upset half the time with each other, because y'all was hungry. Y'all was hungry. Y'all couldn't get none. Ooh. Ariette, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
Literally, her fuck buddy done left the show.
She didn't win the challenge. Now I see why she was crying. Come lay your head on my shoulders.
She said,
on my pillows.
I can't right now.
I'm not gonna laugh because you're not gonna talk about my I don't even know what to call her.
My boo.
Yeah, because I don't know what's. Ariette, just let us know in your comments. What's your pronouns?
Actually, I don't know what her pronouns are out of drag, but I mean, it seems like it doesn't make a difference to you.
It don't.
So
I saw something on TikTok, on Twitter, of her performing, and she put a sword down her throat, and somebody had said, "What that mouth do?"
I would want to know too. If somebody that I found attractive did all that, the girls want to know.
The girls want to know. The girls want to know.
They want to know now.
And speaking of what the girls want to know and what they want to know now, this week's challenge, they're doing a drag race iconic moments throughout the time in the history of Drag Race, where they now have to turn it into a song. I thought this was cute because it really brought back, for the people that are not old enough, for the people that are like Lexi and I, that are grandmas and aunties, there used to be this CD compilation set that was called Now That's.
Yes.
And they started
this could have also been akin to Kids Bop moment. I feel like this is how the Kids Bop commercials were for anyone a little younger who doesn't know the Now That reference.
They basically used to take songs and remix them for Kids Bop, and then for Now That, they used to just take singles that were hot that year and put them all in a compilation of one CD, and you would have a mixed CD that we would have to put into our cars. Yeah, also, we didn't have streaming services then.
I remember there used to be one. It might have been Now This, I don't remember, but they were always selling CDs in infomercials on the TV. But I remember there was one that would, bitch, that was a charity commercial, not.
But that was also on a compilation CD.
Oh, maybe one of them.
It was the wedding one.
I feel like it was never, at least when I was growing up, it was never like the current singles that they were selling. It would always be these songs from like the 80s and the 60s, maybe not the 60s, but like 80s, 70s. And I was like, okay, I can get into this because, this bitch is an old soul. But definitely a nostalgic moment watching this challenge.
I thought it was absolutely very cute that it was a challenge that they all had to do together, but it wasn't a team challenge. you're being judged individually, and you
Yeah.
yourself can make yourself go home. That was cunt.
I mean, I feel like in recent Drag Race history, there are really no judge as a team moments often. I feel like most of the challenges as of late, you might do as a team, but at the end of the day, you hold your own, and it is you that's getting judged individually. Most of them. Which
Bring
I,
back
I
group
think is fair.
projects. I miss
Bring
a group
back
project.
group projects. Where if one of us is in the bottom, bitch, we're all going down.
And we all gotta lip sync against each other. Let it be 5 hoes just up there, just shooting
Please,
for
God,
blood.
no.
And let it be
Please,
some
God,
complicated
no.
song, like something by Mariah Carey, because you know Mariah Carey like to use big, complicated Webster dictionary words. Like, who gonna use the emancipation?
The elusive Chanteuse.
Like, girl, what? Spell it.
Honestly, I love that about Mariah Carey songs is the amount of alliteration in it. I feel like I'm learning something when I'm listening to Mariah Carey.
Down. I feel like I'm taking an SAT prep course.
Girl, I don't want to feel that way because I definitely did not do well on mine. That's why I'm here doing drag. And talented.
Sickening. Absolutely. I knew that.
Some of the girls can't say the same. And speaking of, let's get back into this episode. So they pick their challenges, and it is filled with iconic moments from RuPaul's Drag Race. What is one of the most iconic moments that stand out to you? For me, it will always be, bitch, I'm from Chicago. Because that was, I feel like, the first. What they should have put in, which was one of my iconic moments, is the Raven versus Mimi I'm First. The fan favorite. I could not believe that you, Mimi I'm First, got the fan favorite.
My favorite moments from Drag Race, the archives, all of the seasons is going to be back rolls. I also feel upset and a little slighted that Mimi I'm First, I'm Faust, Fawcett.
First. The fan favorite.
The fan favorite wasn't in there with put me down, get her off of me. I also would have loved. Hold on, let me take these glasses off since I'm reading these girls.
Girl, you gonna pick every single moment from Drag Race?
Yes, because girl, it was so many that they just did not use. That was just so amazing.
Yeah. Now the girls pick their cards randomly, and they're partnered with whoever. Some of the girls feel like a little worried about their partner, but some of the girls feel like, okay, yes, I love this bitch, like Jules and Arietti. But then you have over there Sam kind of upset that she got Acacia. Now, in this challenge, do you think it really matters who you get, or is it how you personally do?
For me, I just would have loved to just been at this point in the game. We're still early on. Let me go out bad by myself, like Mirage. Let me go down by myself.
You would have rather been on a team with no one, just you, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'ma be my own best friend.
Okay, we love that live version.
Mm-hmm.
That was from Renaissance, right?
That was not from Renaissance, no.
Which concert was that from? Because I saw it.
You're not a Hive member. That was from the Mrs. Carter show.
I think she did it more than just at the Mrs. Carter show, though.
She has done it more. She's done it at Renaissance. She's also done it at...
Okay, bitch. Don't be like, oh, no, it's not from Renaissance. When literally, she did it at Renaissance, girl. That's what I know it from.
She didn't do that version at Renaissance. She didn't do that version at Renaissance.
Cut the cameras. Somebody pull it up and send it to me. Somebody pull up and send it, because I swear she did it at Renaissance in one of the little medleys or something. I do think it matters who you're teamed up with, because who you play off of really could make you better. Or if you are good, it's gonna make you seem like you are the best. It's also dangerous because then if the person you're with is a better actor or comedian, then you're kind of fucked a little bit if you're not equal to the same. But I think I would rather risk being in a team than by myself, because then you're out on your own. You can't say nothing. If you fail, you fail, and there's no one to really like bounce ideas off of.
Speaking of me, myself, and I, and that's all I got in the end, in renditions of Beyonce, these girls had to go give us a rendition for themselves.
Yes.
And what was your take on it? I wish that they would have shown them in the
recording
studio.
process, right?
Yeah, like how they used to do back in the day. They showed y'all when y'all had to be them old women in the studio on the
Jack
stage.
shaded me. Sing something, Robin. That bitch.
Insert Robin's song, Mistletoe. Stream.
Let us know, let us know, let us know. Or, what you doing? Call me back.
Yeah.
We need a little bad that's a fact. Or my cover of I'm Coming Out, okay? How about that for Sing Something, Jax? No, I'm kidding. Honestly, do not throw shade or hate at Jax. Me and Jax are friends. I love me some Jax. But we're not here to talk about my recording session. What I will say is, bitch, they done throw auto-tune on every single person in that cast. Because the way everyone sounded good, everyone sounded like they at least knew how to hold a note in these recordings.
I'm happy you felt that way. I thought that everyone sounded like Kim Zolciak. Don't be tardy for the party. Don't be tardy for the party.
I didn't say everybody could sing. I said everybody can hold a note. When we are in a chorus, in a choir, not everybody can sing. All you gotta do is get the notes. And that is what's important. And these bitches, digitally, were getting the notes.
They was recording it on their iPhones in their hotel rooms. And they was just adding reverb.
Out of these songs, are there any specific ones that you would have preferred to do?
None of them like really stood out to me and made me go, huh, that was cute. That was sickening. Like, none of the songs...
This whole season, you have yet to be impressed, shocked, or amazed at anything.
Ain't nobody come up there.
I'm coming in guns a-blazing. Where is the talent?
Ain't nobody went up there and sold a dress like Raja O'Hare. Ain't nobody breaking boards like Anitra. Ain't nobody sitting there talking about, I put your man on a leash because all men are dogs like Mirage.
Whoa.
I just feel like Sasha at Roscoe's.
Still?
Girl. Sister.
I'm glad I'm not doing a competition that you are the judge because, bitch, you are tough.
I'm just still a little bit. Now, the one person that did get me two in together was Miss Crystal Envy when she came there rolling like she was a tumbleweed. Now, that was talent.
Girl, and baby, we will get to it. But I think, for me personally, I think it was definitely Crystal's song that I would have preferred. What did she do?
Unpopular.
The unprofessional.
She looked like a Republican.
She did. She did look like Marjorie Taylor Greene for 2 seconds. Marjorie Taylor Greene that got some good work done. She's in there trying to take away our rights, okay?
She was outside with them people trying to storm the house.
Storm the Capitol!
Y'all, that is a joke.
I'm done. I've had it. I gotta go.
That is a joke, y'all. We are not being serious. My sister is not a Republican.
No, she's not one of them.
Don't play with that girl, Cupcake. She is not one of them.
She is not one of them.
She's not one of them. She is not a Republican.
The girls are going through their songs, and really, some enjoy what they got. Like, I think Crystal enjoyed what they got. I think Anya enjoyed what she got. I would have loved to do that one, too. So I feel like those would have been the two songs
it gave very you.
Yeah,
that style
I feel
gave
like,
very much you.
I feel like it really, like, yes, it depends on what you give and how you sell it. But also, there is a level of unfairness sometimes. Because if the song is better, the song is better.
If it's a bop, it's a bop. Now,
if it's a bop, it's a bop.
You want to know whose I thought could have been a bop, but they didn't make it a bop? And I just thought she was going to make it a bop.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be very, I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
Joella, there was so much she could have done.
Oh my God. Okay.
With it being gospel.
Should we just get into the recording process?
Let's get into it because I just knew she could have done. There's a lot more that she could have done with the gospel. She could have broke it down and had some timbre. It was so much she could have did. She could have had a double clap in there. She could have broke it down and she could have act like she was Kirk Franklin and had the choir singing in the background while all she did was
Let me hear you now. Let me hear you now. In the back now. Can I get an amen? Yes.
She could have taken it the Mary Mary route and just the storm is over.
Honestly,
and
she should have took it the Kimberell route.
I'm singing alone now. Ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing alone.
Let that mask use you.
She could have went the Clark sisters route. It was just so many different genres of gospel she could have went through. Yeah. And so many things she could have dug up out of her purse.
But she's not a gospel girly. She's a Katy cat.
She did say that, and as soon as she said that at my viewing, I said over the mic, "Oh, Molly, you in danger, girl."
Yeah, I feel like that is the moment that you lean on your black friends.
That's why I would have went to Anya.
You could have went to Anya. You could have went to Lana.
Nah, I wouldn't have went to Lana.
No, Lana was. I felt more in the spirit watching Lana than I did Joella.
Lana gave me a good country.
She did do a good country.
She gave me a good country.
But girl, go to one of your black friends. Hey sis, can you advise me how to really take it to church? And it still probably would not have been great, but I would have felt it maybe a little bit more. Because bitch, this was not it.
She could have looked up some... y'all get YouTube out there in jail.
No, I mean, well, you could YouTube, but I don't think I don't think they filmed this on another day, so there would be no way for them to go home, YouTube, then come back, film the episode. That's all one day.
Damn, that's crazy.
But literally, when I tell you, I would have grabbed one of the people who
I would have had to grab one of the colors
and did in the Holy Ghost, bitch. Fall out and I cover them with a blanket or something.
I would have had crotch down and told them to put the. I would have said, hey, I need you to build. Act like you the nurses guild and stand around me because I got the Holy Spirit and you just sit there and y'all act like the mothers and just stand around me in a circle and just start going and just start humming a hymn.
Girl,
I would have been sitting there in the middle of that tape. The doors of the church are open.
Honestly, no. That's the one that I would have wanted.
I would have wanted that one down.
I loved Crystal's. Which one did Crystal do? Crystal did No Class, No Manners. No. Crystal did Unprofessional. But I would have either wanted Crystal's or this church one. Because, baby, let me tell you.
The things that you could have done. There were so many things that you could have put. You could have had the gay flags in the background.
Literally. I mean, girl, that would have made all the conservatives mad.
That would have made all the conservatives mad. There were so many jokes and puns you could have used with gospel.
Yeah.
That would have made it so hilarious and slightly cringy.
Yeah.
To the point to where her garment, which we're going to get to later, would have not even mattered. Because I would have still kept going with she being camp. She's being camp about this. It would have been some type of leeway. However, we'll get to that later on in the episode. Personally, out of the first group, I think that what made Lydia and Lana's so funny was Crystal rolling around.
Bitch, when I saw her do that roll in no drag, just tights and a fucking cap, bitch.
She said she did that for 30 minutes straight.
Girl, I know her back hurt.
She said she was so sore and so happy she didn't have to lip sync.
I know her back hurt.
Woo!
And it was too early. It was too early in the filming for them to like have massages. I think at some point I missed it, but I think the girls got a massage while they were there. But yeah, I would have been her ting.
Other than that, yeah, the only two standouts from the first group were literally Crystal rolling around, Crystal's performance, Joella doing poorly, and and I will give it to Jules. Jules embodied Alyssa Edwards to a T. Like the facial expressions, the way she kept bopping her head, like she was Miss.
Honestly, I think, and we'll get to group 2, but I think group 1 was the group collectively as a whole. I don't think anybody did terribly. Granted, I didn't love Joella's, and Hormona's was fine. It was definitely safe. But this group, I feel like because everybody in general was pretty good overall, I would have picked this group over group 2. But Crystal's, love that song, and the way that she just took command. And I mean, I wasn't there, but it didn't seem like it was in a bossy way. It seemed like, hey, this is an idea. I think we should do this. I think this is how we should go with it. And everybody was really just rolling with what she was saying, except Hormona. I think Hormona really was the one guiding hers. And I feel like Joella probably was guiding hers as well, more than anything. But yeah, it was, for me, top of the pack, Crystal. I didn't think that Lana's and Lydia's was bad. I thought that was actually pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. It was safe for me.
Yeah, I think that everybody else was safe, and then, Joella was where she was at.
Who were your standouts for group number 2?
Group number 2, it was definitely Anya for me in that group. To be able to stand out on your own and really just capture people. And one, as they said, the vocals were good. Again, I don't know how much she's actually a singer versus how much was like sweetened a little bit, but I enjoyed the vocals. But also, she is a great lip syncer. Like, she embodied every moment of the zooba-zoo-boop, wada, all the stuff that she did was like, work, bitch. You got that. The lip sync was tight. I loved. So definitely she was at the top of the pack for me. I was concerned, but I was in the phase of trust the process for Corey. Corey, I didn't know what was going on, but I know she's like a social media girly, so she's used to like doing these little videos. So I really felt like, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like it's gonna get turned out in the edit.
And it did not.
It did
and
not.
It did not. It did not.
Definitely a little lost.
It did not. It did not. It did not. The whole entire time that Corey was going, I was just sitting there saying, we were rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
She said that she was going to rip off the original Big Bird dress to come out to another Big Bird moment.
Big Bird dress.
That had more feathers and was more opulent. And it turned out to be less opulent.
Yeah.
It just turned out to be a leotard with ostrich feathers on it as opposed to chicken feathers on it. I was not gagged and she was not crystallized. Trey did not pound you out and then you crystallized.
Literally.
Like, I didn't understand. I was confused. I was really like, why is she cracking eggs on her face? Why is she...
I did find that
eggs?
funny. I did find that funny. And I really thought that was going to save her. Because, you know, RuPaul likes stupid shit.
Was that stupid good or was it stupid bad?
It doesn't matter. It was stupid.
It was stupid. Susie tap dancing toots. When she came on screen, I was like, who's that? That looks like Daya. When did Diabetes come back? She did look like
though.
She looks like Diabetes in that and that with her makeup painted like that. She looks like Dia in that hair.
Just because a bitch does gothy does not mean it automatically is Diabetes.
If all the black girls can look alike.
And you know what? I'll drink to that. I would drink to that, bitch.
'Cause girl.
I know that bitch, I'm Naomi Smalls, Evie Oddly, Jada Essence Hall, Virgo, that just won Canada, RuPaul. Name a light-skinned drag queen that's on Drag
RuPaul's
Race.
not light-skinned.
Name a light-skinned to medium, in the words of T.S. beige, light beige, fluorescent beige. Bitch, name anybody black.
I'm black.
I'm them. Apparently.
Girl. She gave. I really loved seeing a different paint on Susie. I loved seeing something that was not a pussycat doll on Susie. Yes. You can tell that she's very much a theater kid. And it was like, okay, Susie.
This showed that she can do aesthetically. And I feel like we know that she can do more in general. But this showed aesthetically how she can do more. And I don't want to hear anybody else saying that she has bad makeup. Her makeup is just an intentional choice. And I don't mean that to be a purposeful read, but her makeup is an intentional choice. She likes what she likes. She looked good in this challenge from the mini to the runway.
In my opinion, we'll get to the runway in a second. We'll get to the runway.
I'm talking about the makeup.
Okay. Her makeup did look good this whole entire episode. Who else I gagged on their eleganza was Miss Sam Star. I love the approach that she took to, this is your moment, have it. I love that she slowed it down. I love that she gave us very much soap opera vibes, and how she had the big hair. She stood up on the fucking bed and then fell. It was all the dramatics that I needed. Yeah. I think my top 3 from this group were definitely Anya, Susie, and Sam. I mean, not Sam, Lexi.
Lexi wasn't in my top for this. I thought it was good. I'm
saying in this particular group.
No, I know. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I will say, like, I think that the idea that Sam had really did work out. I know Susie was worried about it, but I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. I will say, Sam loves herself a hard front. And yep, here I go again, judging a bitch's wig with my hair looking frizzy like this. But I'm still cute, so it's okay. Cause baby, yes, the wig was coiffed, but that hairline was blunt. Okay? Just like her wig when she won. Ooh, girl, that hairline was blunt, honey.
Not the person whose ears was covered up in their wig. Talking about somebody else's wig line.
And because I know what a bad wig can be, and granted that wig was not bad, I just should have cut it. I know what it should look like. How dare you?
I gotta keep you humble, sister. I got it.
Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, keep me humble. You can't even keep your camera up. I'm gonna defend myself for 2 seconds. I had never had a wig that's lace was that long. 1. 2, it was in an updo, so I was scared if I cut any piece of it, the hairs that were like plastered into the ponytail would like come undone.
Sister, you did that twice though.
When did I do that twice?
Your entrance hair too.
My entrance hair was not over my ears.
The lace was talking though.
No, it was not. No, it was not. Bitch, don't do me.
America,
do not do me.
She gonna pull up a picture, America. She gonna pull up a picture. Wow.
What happened was you could see the shiny tape underneath.
That's what it was.
Nobody would have even noticed that shit. If Mistress didn't bring it up. And Mistress had to be staring me motherfucking
girl. As soon as she walked in the room, we saw it. It was speaking to us.
That's a damn lie. That is a damn lie. And I will not take this erasure.
It said, "Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you liked me.
You know what? Why don't you motherfucking do an entrance and then we'll talk and I will
got
pick
you.
every fucking thing apart, bitch.
I got you
okay?
because I learned everything from my sisters. I learned from you to not put tape around my forehead. I learned from Lala to learn how to sew.
And did you? No. I'm so sick
Your
of
hair
you.
look good today.
Fuck you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sister. You want to talk
fucking
about what happened?
No, it does not. No, it does not. Yes, you see a little shine, but bitch, no one would have known that was tape.
We
Unless
knew
this
it.
bitch was staring me down and she didn't even have the nerve
Girl, we
to
knew
say it
it
to
girl.
my face.
Girl, we knew it. We saw it when you walked in, and it's okay. It's all right, sister.
I'm moving on.
Damn,
You got me pissed off. I am pissed off, bitch. How dare you? You're supposed to be a sister. Be a motherfucking sister, bitch.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry. Well, me being a sister is telling you that your hair looks good today.
Anyway, Drew Friday, we are going to move on to our new segment called Fierce, Fine, or Funky, where we are going to go through and look at the looks that they did down the runways this episode.
First up, we have Miss... What's her name? Acacia forgot.
Bitch, I really thought you forgot. That is poor branding. Can I just say, that is poor branding to label yourself as somebody that we forgot.
I mean, I'm going to always forget her name. So is it really poor branding?
Fierce, fine, or funky, bitch.
Fierce. I liked it. I love the situation on her. I love how she had I love the head wrap. I love the head wrap, and the head wrap matched the same pattern and same fabric that was on the head wrap was on the box that she was carrying and on her sleeves.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna say, I love the construction of the dress, and I feel like the colors were cute. I like the little pastel moments. What I didn't like, though, and I know her grandmother made the doilies, is the color of the doilies. I feel like because the quilt had white in it and it didn't really have as much of this like tan tone in there, for me the tan threw the dress off and made parts of it look old while parts of it looked it just didn't like meld perfectly for me. So for the construction, I'm gonna say fierce, but for the overall look, for me, it's fine.
You don't like her grandmother, and that's okay.
No, I appreciate the ability her grandmother has to make these doilies. I wish my grandmother was still around to make me something for Drag Race, if she would have. So it's not even a testament to what the grandmother's ability is. She just should have picked a different color
For the doilies. Grandma.
Doily. Also,
Grandma,
bitch,
Robin wants
when
you to
did we
pick a
ever
different
see
color.
when did we ever see these tan doilies? Anytime I've seen a doily, it's been white. So you really had to hunt for this dirty ass doily.
Acacia, she called your doilies dirty. And she said you dirty and you look dirty in them.
No, I didn't say all that. But
That's what I heard, Acacia.
I didn't love the doily, and I'll leave it at that. The look is fine for me. Next one up is Ariete. This look was so cool. She looked like some Matrix queen. I don't even know. But what I do know, it wasn't giving quilt. And maybe it's technically a quilted pattern, but I think in this scenario, this is one of the scenarios where you want to stick as much to the theme as possible. There are moments in time, like I said last episode, where sometimes it doesn't matter as much, but especially in this performance when the judges didn't necessarily love what you did in the challenge, this needed to be more stuck to what an actual quilt that we think of comes to mind. This could have been some kind of quilt, but we don't think of quilt like that, most of us. So I'm still going to give this a fierce, however, because the look to me was sickening. I don't care that it wasn't quilted.
I'm torn in between the two. Because I really want to be with you. However, you did not stick to the challenge, so I have to give you a funky, Miss Ariadne. Baby, I'm so sorry. I'm
Oh, bitch,
so
you're not
sorry,
getting any
babe.
tonight.
I'm
You are
not getting any tonight, and I know that, and I understand it. However, neither is she, because it was like we had a conversation about this pattern, about this fabric before you had left, and I had said to you, baby, that white stitching is gonna throw off America. They not gonna see that white stitching that made it the quilt situation. Like, girl, it's white stitching. Like, girl, like we can't see that.
Was there white stitching on there?
Yes. You gotta zoom in real close, girl. You gotta zoom in real close. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do see the white stitching, but it's so thin.
It's so thin.
It's
so technically
thin.
It is quilted. It's just that one, it's a print, and two, the stitching is white, so you can't see it.
So what she probably should have done, and again, she's an amazing seamstress, but she probably should have put a little bit more batting in between those panels, so when you do the stitch, it feels more embossed, if you will. So you really see that little quilted moment. But seeing that there is actually the quilt, it's definitely a fierce for me. She stuck to the assignment. We just didn't know she stuck to the assignment.
Right. It was so fierce. When she bent that corner, I said, I'm moist.
And the hair.
I was so moist the whole way through. I was so moist. It was just so everything, even down to the freaking eyeglasses that she had. Yeah. I was just like, girl. Speaking of a young lady that also made me moist when she turned the corner, and because I know all the details in this outfit, and I'm going to explain them all, and how stupid she is. When Crystal bent that corner.
Girl.
Let me let y'all know, this was a reference to RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2. Cherry pie. The coat is the crust of the cherry pie. When she opened the coat, the inside of the coat, the one piece, the jumpsuit, is the cherry.
Yeah. But now that you're saying it, I see it.
On the side paneling where her arms and her thighs are, where it's glistened, that's supposed to represent cherries once they're cooked. She has cherries in her head.
Bitch, and when I said last episode that she thinks of every single detail.
I hate that woman. I dislike
I love that woman.
Because her brain is so stupid.
Oh my God. I would have never guessed that it was a cherry pie reference.
The jumper underneath, she brought it this weekend. I had her here in Atlanta this weekend, and she brought it for her meet and greet. When I picked it up, it is heavy.
Yeah.
That
I know she
heavy.
met that luggage. I know she met and exceeded that luggage limit, bitch.
At the airport, she had to let the airport staff know when they was like, "Oh, this is overweight." She was like, "Girl, it's coming. whatever has to be done, it has to come.
I'm not leaving this behind.
I'm not leaving this in EWR, Newark Liberty International Airport. No, ma'am."
Girl, if they would have said anything, I would have put that shit on and walked my way through the airport in it.
Down boots.
Sorry.
It's coming.
Sorry to this man.
But I'm gonna be warm.
Try it.
On this flight.
I got a whole sleeping bag on this flight.
Down boots.
This look, I loved. I thought that it was so, one, I thought it was expected of her to do something grand, like a gown like this. But then, not only was that sickening, but then to open up and talk about a bodysuit, bitch. That bodysuit was perfection. I'm taking my ass to Jersey and I'm stealing that bodysuit because, bitch, it was sickening. Now, for you, fierce or funky? I think I know the answer, but what's good?
I feel like it's a hard fierce for the both of us. A hard fierce.
Don't speak for me.
I feel like I can speak for the both of us. I think we both said it was fierce, 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 and fierce.
Yes, definitely a fierce for me.
Speaking of contestants walking down the runway, let's hope that our next contestant gets the same praise as our last. Let's bring on Miss Hormona Lisa. What did you think about her look?
I thought it met the challenge. I thought the silhouette was cute and it worked for her. But I feel like she could have picked different colors. And I get it, she's like a campy girl at times, along with being glamour and all that stuff. But like, it was the color choices for me that I did not love on the dress. It fit amazing. I love that her mother, with one hand, made the quilted fabric. But I just really think they should have picked different colors. But I understand she was doing a nod to the Dolly Parton coat of many colors. Maybe different colors should have been picked. But it was fine for me.
It was fine for me. It just looked like she picked up her grandmother's blanket from off the bed and said, Grandma, let's use this. Nothing wowed me in the challenge. Nothing wowed me on the runway. I'm not wowed. However, who did wow me was our next contestant, Miss Jules freaking Sparkles.
That look was sickening.
It gave me supervillain meets badass fashion boss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to take over the world. It was a different silhouette, which I enjoyed. Yes, she shows us that she wears leotards all the time. However, the shoulders, the train, the hair gave me very much Nicki Minaj, I'm a Barbie, pull up in Sri Lanka. What?
Wait, I love that hair. Yeah,
She got a fierce for me.
It was a fierce for me. Hair, nails, makeup. The whole look was sickening. Now, the woman of the hour. If you think...
I'm walking away. I'm walking away. I quit.
If she couldn't beat you, what you think she gonna do against me? The L.A. icon, the Slasian diva herself, Joella Comforter Fierce.
Bitch, that shit looked like something that she got down from the swap meet.
Girl.
I want to know if she had to stand there like a starfish the whole entire time. Or was it like stuff that she had in it to keep it up? I have questions.
Oh, no.
What did the girls...
No. She had to be holding... Bitch.
What did the girl say backstage when she put that on?
Girl.
What did production say when they had to help her edit?
How the fuck did she get up the stairs? How the fuck did she get back there? How did she... If there is stuff built in there, how did she even... Oh, I guess you could have, like, broke it down. But, like, how the fuck did you pack that? Like, so you gonna walk down the runway with somebody else's face on your stuff?
Was it quilted at all?
It was. It was quilted.
The front was quilted.
The front was quilted.
And she just took the back. She had took it to the swap meet down in LA, and she had said, "Can y'all airbrush Mama Ru onto the back of this?" Woo!
You got
she
yourself
really
with that one. You really got yourself with that one. When
she had
I
took
tell
that thing
you,
down to the swap
bitch.
meet. I'm sorry.
Honestly, shout out to my sister Selena S. Titties. She does, is it a tit or quit? A road to the golden boot over there on her channel. I think we found this season's golden boot.
If she don't win the golden boot, I'm boycotting.
If she don't win the golden boot in this glory hole ass quilt.
I don't know who was worse, her or Lala. I don't know who took the cake. I'm gonna
give it to
Joella
her
because she paid for that.
She She looked at this at home and she said, "Oh, bitch, I'm about to gag."
She paid for that.
Gag.
She paid local icon money for that. And she packed it in her bag. And she said, "I'm about to kill him."
She said, "You know what? Yes.
I'm going to win this one." And she was so confident in the workroom when she was getting...
Oh, my God. This is going back to the challenge, but do you think it is a bad sign or a good sign when everybody says, "I think I did great," and
it's a bad
nobody
sign.
is worried?
It's a bad sign. Because everybody should be worried. Everybody should be worried.
It's like the girl that just happens to be the booger that says, I don't think there's any boogers this season." Well, Candy.
I need to put that on a shirt.
Well, Candy.
Well,
it
Candy.
might be you.
It might be you.
Because Joella should have been worried. In the words of Jules, somebody's lying.
Several times when they told her that she was fly, hot, and happening. Because that look was nothing of the sort. So I think that she has got a collective funky unky from the both of us.
That funky down girl.
Speaking
funky
of somebody else
down.
That got funky down, I am so sick and tired of the kingdom. Okay? I am sick and tired of going hard for the kingdom. I'm sick of going to bat for the kingdom. And the kingdom really needs to talk to Airplane because Airplane set you up. Aircraft tried to get you set up for the
Airplane
okey-doke.
crashed you.
Airplane crashed
you.
She sure did. Because she should have known that your breastplate and your body wasn't the same color.
Girl, I think at a certain point, that just becomes drag. Your face is going to be a different color. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to make an excuse for that.
Because her face was the same color. It's just that her back rolls and her bed was not the same color. Okay? As soon as she turned around, I was like, one's not like the other.
Now, honestly, I think that this could have been a good look. I like the patterning. I feel like she was going for like this maybe tribal queen moment. But that was a setup, girl. And
it was a setup.
It seems like the trend in this challenge was getting our family to help us make shit. Maybe we should have paid for this.
Maybe, just maybe, we should have went to somebody else because your family also made the hat 3 sizes too small.
That hat said, "Yippee!" right at the top of her head, like a fucking little mini Mario character, bitch.
It was the same size as a Boo's hat in Aladdin.
Girl, like, really, truly, I am team Corey at almost all times. This time, I am not. So I am going to give this a fine. I like the pattern, like I said, but there was some detailing stuff that could have been better for me.
Here goes Robin trying to be in her Miss Congeniality era for...
No, I'm giving... I like to give constructive... I like to give a good and a bad, you know? Or maybe not a bad, but a funky.
She was funky. She was funky. She was funky for me. I'm so sorry, Kingdom. And I am rooting for the kingdom because I am secretary for the kingdom. And I have all hopes for the kingdom. Miss Lingerie. This look was just fine to me. It was just fine to me. It was just fine.
I am gagged.
Shout out to Lingerie. She just followed me. Hey, sister.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I'm a fan of Lingerie.
See what shit you're about to talk about.
She probably is. I'm a fan of Lingerie. I've been a fan of lingeries for some years now. So ever since she started doing like digital campaigns of like her for all of the season opener looks. Every time she does one, I'm just excited to see what she brings. This look was just fine. It wasn't high, it wasn't low. It was just fine to me. It was cute. It was cute. It was nice to see her covered.
Yeah.
Because me and Lana are naked girls, one and the same. So I'm from my naked sisters. So she just showing that she could wear more clothes, and I love the shoes. I loved the shoes.
Yeah.
I loved the shoes. That was my favorite portion of it. However, it was just fine. It wasn't anything that blew me away. It was just fine.
That's hateful. To me, that is hateful.
Damn, that's crazy.
I really love the look. I love, one, black girls in color, period, look amazing, bitch. I love the color. The hair was amazing, done by Vanity Mirror. We love Vanity Mirror, a friend of mine. And I it was just so cute. It was just so cute, and I love the detail of the extra long like pins through it, like she just got sewn into it. The tea on that, well, it's not tea, but the thing about those pins, those were real pins. I don't know who is sewing with those giant ass needles, but like Lana was literally cutting herself up with those pins because they were real. But oh my god, I really enjoyed this look. It's definitely gonna be a fierce for me, 100%.
Okay.
On this one, I feel like we are going to agree. If we don't agree, I don't know how much we are aligned and if we can continue this podcast together. But let's give it up for Lexi Love. The look was hands down amazing. I think with this, she has solidified herself, and I mean, she has before, as a fashion girly on this show.
Yes, we agree. I have to first of all give a shout out to the icon, the legend, Utica, for making such an incredible garment. Because, I mean, we should have known that she was going to kill this particular look, because she made a whole garment out of a sleeping bag. So I'm sure that this was just light work for her. It was just like going to the grocery store and just picking up some eggs and some milk. She could do it with her eyes closed.
She could.
From the pearls and the beads that was on the skirt, the hat, the jacket, to the fishnet from her head to her foot. It was just very well thought out, and it screamed high fashion. Like, you can tell, like she said, she gets all of her references and all of her inspiration from Runways. It gave something out of a 90s fashion show.
Yeah. And speaking of Utica, literally, she is so talented. She also made Aura Mayari's look on my season for her puffer runway, which was so stunning. And if you are going to Drag Race, you really need to look into getting a look by Utica, because I love this. Even with the hat off, like we saw in Untucked her without the hat. I don't think we saw that on the runway, but she was wearing this super cute little curly, wavy, like short wig, and you saw the fishnet on her face. It was hands down 10 out of 10 fierce for me. I love the way her brain works. Miss Lydia Butthole Collins. This look was so cool to me. Like, literally, she looked like this might be dating me a little bit, but Dexter's Laboratory, when he shrunk himself down and had to fight the little dust bunnies, it was giving me that in the cutest way, but also those things made me terrified a little bit. But I love this look on her. Like, the way her mind works. Who thinks to be the couch quilt that the cat lady's cats done scratched up, peed on, and made a wreck of?
I love it.
So
fierce
good.
For me.
It's definitely gonna be a fierce for me.
Same. Fierce for me too. Fierce for me. Like, it was just, I love the way her butthole works.
And we love the way her butthole works. Do we love the way Anya Nerve's butthole worked this runway?
I might get a lot of hate. I might, and we're just gonna have to go along with it. I did not love. I did not gag on her eleganza. I'm sick of the same silhouette.
What do you mean?
Every week on the runway, she's worn a fit and flare dress. except for in and out. I make money in and out. That's the only time she did not wear a fit and
Wait,
flare
but that was good
on
though.
the runway.
I still sing that.
It was very good. Same. It's on my
Making
playlist.
money in and out. In and out.
Other than that, it's all been fit and flare gowns. What else?
I mean, she wore pants on her entrance.
Okay.
She said that doesn't count. So, fierce, fine, or funky? What you thinking?
It's just gonna be a fine for me. It was just a fine for me. There could have been so many other ways she could have used. Like, I got where she was going with representing our representing Black culture. I got where she was going. I got the vision, but it was only at the top. It was only here. Yeah. The rest of the dress was just black. What was that? Satin, silk.
Something.
Crushed velvet. It looked very crushed velvety.
Well, I mean, I 100% understand what you mean. Like, for me, and I said it the last episode, I love when bitches show their culture with their drag. It is one of my favorite things to do with my drag. I champion my children doing that with their drag, and I just love to see it. So with that, I also love to see you elevate your look to make it more drag. To me, this could have been a look that somebody's sister wore to a wedding, to some event or something like that, or a dignitary's wife wore to like a little state dinner or something like that. But I wish she would have done more with the pattern because it was beautiful. I love the pattern that she picked, but I just wish that the look was a little bit more elevated for me. So I'm gonna say it is a fine. Sorry.
So we're in the same lineup, just fine, like Mary J. Blige.
Just fine, 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 fine.
Whoo!
I was off key, but you know what? Whatever. Speaking of off key, no, I'm kidding. Our next queen down the runway is Sam Starr. I enjoyed this look. I believe it was probably made by Ethan Cross, which is her sister's boyfriend. I have to double check on that, but I love the shape. I feel like sometimes there is a proportioning thing with her looks that are interesting to me, but the shape is sickening. Where everything is placed, I enjoy. I like that it's clearly quilted. So even if it wasn't a top look for some people or the judges or whatever, it was still like clearly meets the challenge. But I really enjoyed this look. We've seen the little bedhead thing on Drag Race before from Jada. It was Jada, right?
I think it was Jada.
Yeah, we saw that.
We'll find it.
We'll find it and put it in, maybe. But we saw it on Jada, so I would have maybe strayed away from that. But as a whole, for me, it was fierce.
I give it a fierce fine. I love the zipper detail. I just hated the color. I wasn't gagged by the color.
You weren't gagged by the eleganza?
I was gagged by the eleganza, just not the color of the eleganza.
I thought it was cute though. I think she looks good in blue, but that's just me.
I'm sick of her in blue.
Wait, has she been wearing blue?
She wore blue last week. She wore blue this week, and I feel like she wore blue in the week before.
Okay, no, but she couldn't help wearing blue. She couldn't help wearing blue the last week.
She wore pink the week before that, so I take that.
The drag gods picked that for her.
Yeah, so I can't even hold that against her. I don't know. I don't think I like her in blue. I don't think I'm a huge fan of her in blue. Okay. I don't know. It just gave very I don't know. I think
it's giving you want to give this a funky.
No, I don't want to give it funky because I liked it. I think I just have a problem when I see white people in red, white, and blue.
I will say, when she walked in with the American flag, I definitely was a little triggered. I was not feeling patriotic, okay?
I think that's what it was. I think that's what I envisioned in my head. And I'm like, not in the times that we're in, not in this economy.
And this isn't her fault, but then you get the country accent with the red, white, and blue, and you're like, should I be hiding? Should I feel triggered right now?
Should I be mad at her? Should I be a little upset with her? But you can't be upset with her because the country twang is so cute. It reminds me of Reese Witherspoon in Sweet Home Alabama.
Okay. Sure, Jan. So officially, what's your mark on this one?
Just a fine. Just a fine.
This one's just a fine.
Just a fine.
Well, speaking of just fine, no, I'm kidding. I actually enjoyed this look. The next one we have Suzy Toot. She changed up her makeup for the challenge, which they've been telling her to do. And just the look for her, I feel like was super different. I don't think that it immediately screamed to like the general public quilt, but it was a specific reference, and you know she loves these specific dated references, and I don't mean dated in a bad way, but you know, she's a girl of the times, okay?
She's a time period queen.
Yeah, and also, can I bring up, and we might as well talk about it now, what do we think about the comparison to Arietti keeping same mug, her signature mug, versus a person like Suzy who has a signature mug as well, but chooses to switch it in these moments?
First, let me say that Suzy's look gave me very Sansa Stark, and it gave me Just a Fine. It gave me Just a Fine. At first, I didn't get the quilted reference. I had to be told that it was a quilted reference. So she gets Just a Fine for me. I appreciate that she changed her makeup throughout the whole entire episode. This whole entire week, she changed her makeup because for the challenge, for her song, she changed it, and for the runway, she changed it. I love that she was like, hey, it fits the bill for me to change it and to not look like myself or give you my signature mug. So it fits the occasion to change it. Right. I get where Michelle's coming from with Arietti changing her makeup and not having that white nose all the time. However, it has to be a time and a place. I get it for a challenge, for an acting challenge, something like that, changing it for that. However, for the runway, this is my drag interpretation on the challenge. So you have to see my drag on top of this. This is supposed to represent my drag, and that her makeup is her drag. That's how she got in. So I don't think she necessarily needs to change it for anything runway related, not unless she makes it to the musical and that's on the runway. So I would hope for that you would change it.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like she did change up her makeup a little bit for this main challenge, but it still was the heavy white nose. But that being said, this is the mug I got casted in. I showed you every look damn near in this mug. This is my mug. And, you know, it oftentimes does not work out for the girls when you say, we need to see a different look when it's your signature look. The dots with Dusty, covering your brows with Derek Barry, and now, and again, it's happened with other queens, but now with Arietti and the white nose. Arietti, keep that white nose, girl. Okay, maybe now you should change it just like once just to shut Michelle up. But this is one of those moments where I do not agree with Michelle. And I feel like I agree with her on a few things, but this is definitely one of those. But I feel like I can agree with the judges. This was a fierce, because I think they like the look too.
We've watched back everyone's music videos, we've heard their songs, and now here comes the tops of the week and the bottoms. The tops of the week are, drum roll please, Miss Anya Nerve, Miss Crystal Envy, and Miss Suzy Toot, with Miss Anya Nerve taking the win. And our bottoms are...
Our bottoms, unfortunately, this week is the LA icon, Joella, the Queen of the Kingdom, Corey, and Arietti, the Queen of the Fairies. Honestly, girl, you start. What are you thinking? Do we agree with this top and these bottoms?
I agree.
No.
No.
What would you change?
I wouldn't have put Arietti in the bottom at all. Yeah. I don't think that her performance in the song was bad. And granted, we as viewers couldn't see the stitching in the quilt. Mm-hmm. There was still quilted elements that I'm sure that they could see from the judges panel.
Well, clearly not, girl.
Clearly not. I definitely agree with Miss Corey, with Corey and Joella being down there in the bottom, because girl, what? Our tops, I definitely agree with Suzy, Anya Anya and Crystal. I agree with Crystal killed the challenge from the rooter to the tutor. Susie killed the challenge from the rooter to the tutor. Anya killed the music video, in my opinion. What do you think?
I mean, I think for the most part, I agree with our tops. I love that we saw something different from Susie. It was another good one that was by herself. Crystal directed damn near her whole team and hers, which was funny. And bitch, she should have won alone on that fucking tumbleweed. Because that bitch, she got me. She put her body through it for that. And Anya really did kill it in the challenge. So overall, I do agree with the tops. The bottoms, I don't think Arietti was bad. And I don't know necessarily who I would replace her with for the bottom. Well, maybe Hormona? What?
Kasane.
Why are you laughing?
Because the run, I'm happy we
shade.
agree. It wasn't shade. I know that wasn't shade. I'm happy that we agree because the runway wasn't amazing. And even in the challenge, it wasn't amazing.
Yeah.
It was just, okay, next. Remember the show on MTV, Next, when you had potential suitors on the bus? I would have said next.
It could have been her or maybe
Acacia.
But I feel like Acacia was safely safe.
So now we've come to the moment where two queens have to lip sync for their lives. And we've come to the moment where two icons are facing off head to head in an ultimate lip syncing smackdown to Pussycat Dolls, Don't Ya? We have in the left corner from Boston, head of the kingdom, Miss Corey. The right corner, we have a local LA icon, Miss Joella, and don't forget the Ella.
Round one.
They're going head to head.
Girl,
Joella takes her sheet off her head.
First of all, that laugh was disgusting, bitch. Oh my god. Did she take... She woke up. She said...
I just want somebody to put that behind with Kylie saying "Rise and shine,
rise and shine."
I just want somebody to edit that for me, please, somebody edit that for me.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
Rise and shine. Oh my goodness, you and Mark from sleeping.
I just want y'all to know that my caption's gonna be "Good morning." Because
that is too funny. I feel like taking the sheet off or not. I was gagged that she took the sheet off. I really thought she was going to do the entire lip sync in that glory hole.
Baby, if she would have did that lip sync in that glory hole and rapped Snoop Dogg's part in that glory hole, I would have keyed.
Well, she started that way, and it was a fail. Literally, she did it, and the judges were like, "This is a lip sync for your life. We need to see your lips." And baby, she did not want to show those lips because, Your Honor, she did not know the words at all.
How do you not know Snoop Dogg's iconic rap verse in Don't Ya?
I mean, I do have to say,
how you not know it?
I have to say, this is not the version of the song that I listen to. If I'm listening to Don't Ya, it's probably just the one with the Pussycat Dolls. Although I love this version, I do not know Snoop Dogg's part. So I will come to Joella's defense in that one, but you need to know the words when you're there.
That's crazy. Y'all don't know how to do y'all job because that was the first version of that song that I learned.
Not y'all. I know how to do my job. Joella didn't.
Because that's crazy to me. That is wow. That y'all don't know the D-O-double-G's verse. That's crazy.
Well, honestly, at this point, we should forget the verses to all his songs. Thank you, Inauguration.
I was very disappointed, but we're going to not talk about that, okay? We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So Joella ends up going home. Corey shut it. We gonna leave Corey alone. We've already given Corey. I can't. We've talked about Corey. We've given her too much.
It was very clear
this episode
that Corey took this lip sync. I'm so glad she got rid of that baby hat on her head.
I'm so happy she took a booze hat off.
She took a booze hat off. And girl, the kingdom survived this round. And thank the Lord. Also, real quick, not Untucked, everybody talking about, it's Joella's time to go.
I think everybody was collectively sick of Joella.
They said the delusion is too much for me. I've had it. But RuPaul had it and sends Joella on her way. And that is the end of this episode. But before we get out of here, it is time for our alternate takes. Do we have any opinions that are differing from the masses?
I want Miss Anya Nerve to have a different silhouette next week.
For me, my alternate take is going to be Arietti didn't do bad. Arietti didn't do any better or worse than Jewel Sparkles, in my opinion. I think the only difference is Jewel Sparkles played better to the camera. But I think they were giving the same energy and it worked for me. They both should have been safe. But that's my alternate take. We want to hear your alternate takes, so comment down below so that we can hear your thoughts about this episode.
We hope you like this week's episode, and we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you like, comment, and you subscribe onto Robin Fierce's, good old YouTube channel.
Yeah, yes, please do. And honestly, we might start maybe a pod for this or a dedicated channel just for all of this stuff. But the more you listen, the more you view, the more we might see content for the alternate take with me and Drew Friday.
With that being said, we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you're saying fit, fab, and fabulous. Bye.
And fierce. Bye. Okay, work.
Cunt.